It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with the grand reveal in Poway. Oh my gosh. Wow. So, we actually finished yesterday and I did the whole grand reveal spiel, yada, 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 yada. We got home to edit the video and Greg realized there was no sound. So sorry. So it worked out for the best because the driveway was a hot mess. We came back today to pressure or power wash the drive. So I feel a lot better about this reveal. Before we get started on what we did, I also wanted to take just a moment to show you kind of the impetus behind what inspired Mandy to reach out to me in the first place. During lockdown pandemic 2020, she found my videos and she created this beautiful lockdown pandemic garden and was just so inspired by her own budding creativity that she realized she wanted succulents and cactus in her garden on a larger scale. I mean, take a look at all of the intricate rock work that she did. She's got it dialed in, and I asked her, girl, what am I doing here? And she said, well, obviously I can't tackle the front all by myself, and she was right. But I did want to show you Mandy's beautiful work and the genius that went into this too. So she had some existing landscape, this sago palm and the little, well, not so little, pygmy palm and some other miscellaneous plant material. So what she did, rather than try to take everything out, is she just underplanted with beautiful rock top dressings. See, she's got a river rock here and a gravel, looks like Palm Springs gold here, you know, and then as you go, same thing. She just framed out her existing landscape. Here she carved in a beautiful path that she's got lined with stabilized decomposed granite. Then she created another vignette here. This is all, you know, pretty much plants that had been here from the get-go. So she really made use of her creativity and covered a lot of space and a lot of ground with just pulling in rocks, creating rock paths, and adding really interesting little things. So, yay, Mandy. Okay, so here's where we started, and as promised, we got all of the top dressing done. We did a burgundy 3/4 lava on this project. This is reflective of 15 yards of burgundy, and then we brought in an additional 2 yards of black 3/4, which with the help of my crew, I wove all through the design on both sides. The benefit, in addition to the three-dimensional effect of bringing in a ribbon or a contrasting rock on top of your top dressing rock, is it gives the eye the opportunity to follow the design all the way through. So it's just a really great way to tie everything in together, and you can get really creative also with your top dressing and your ribbons. You notice that I don't always do them the same. Part of it's an evolution of my design style, and part of it is just working with the project that I'm on and what I feel like is going to look best. And this is what I wanted to do here, was to create kind of a serpentine feel through this narrow side. Those of you that were concerned about the rocks looking rather linear, I explained that due to the proximity of the drive, the slope, and the narrowness of the bed, I didn't have a lot of leeway, but I did my absolute best to mix it up and to make it look as natural as possible. And also, you know, as these plants grow, remember, this garden is a whole 1 day old. In a year, everything is going to expand by at least 25%. So as the plants grow and take over the space, that will also help soften any hard lines that are left by the staging of the rocks in the early days. So many neighbors have come by, and of course they all want to know about the barrel cactus. Oh my gosh, I've never seen one so big. How old are those? They really steal the show. So pleased with these barrels. And remember, with the Echinocactus grusonii, these are hardy down to, well, they're not going to take much below freezing. But they will tolerate tremendous amounts of heat, and because they are just basically pin cushions full of fluid, they don't need any water at all. You can water, and I do recommend giving them a little drink in the hottest part of the summer just to keep them happy, but you know, these are about as low maintenance as you can get with living plant material. Over here on this side, the black 3/4 inch is much wider in places because obviously this is a much wider space. So we made it real wide up here by Big Bertha. And take a look at her. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gorgeous flowers getting ready to pop. Just absolutely so beautiful. That cactus is going to get massive. We do not have an irrigation line running to it, but it's still going to take over very soon. Also, in other news, the client is having a arborist come and clean up all of these palms. So those are going to look really great. I think that individual is coming actually tomorrow. So that's wonderful. Greg finished up with all of his lights. They look spectacular. Client's really pleased with the exterior illumination. The drip irrigation is all complete as well, and this garden will be watered. Like all of our installations, you know, you ask me sometimes, well, what do you recommend? And that's a really impossible question for me to answer because there are so many variables that go into a schedule for watering. What kind of soil are your plants planted in? Where do you live? What's your zone, exposure, microclimates? What's your weather? What time of year is it? What is actually been planted? There are so many criteria. So I don't talk in specifics a lot about the watering schedule because likely it's not going to apply to your situation. So, you know, feel free to reach out to me via email or at my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents if I can be of any specific help to you if you don't live here in the land of milk and honey. So phase 2 will be the front, and then the big area adjacent to the side, to the driveway flanks. In the middle, I've got ideas and plans. I encouraged the homeowner in the interim to perhaps get some more DG down where the soil is exposed here, just to kind of give this a finished look. I mean, can you even with this boulder? Look how good that looks. Shoved up into the landscape. Oh man, I'm really super stoked with that one. Also, I took out a couple of the blue flame attenuatas, and those went back to the backyard because it was just too heavy with blue flames. Also, you know, they weigh so much and it was so difficult to get them here. These were donated from our wonderful clients, the Gleasons, but they got a little banged up. So I just left 2 here, and then I planted a yucca cutting in the back corner over there to kind of finish and balance this flank out. And over here, there weren't any changes made with the exception of trying to figure out this top dressing area here, you know, where to end it. But I feel really good about what I did. I think it balances nicely on either side. But it was a challenge, you know, to figure out where to stop this because this property is so big. We have a very interested client up the street that may be taking us on to do some work in her backyard. I'll keep you posted on that. We are off now to Oasis and Waterwise to pull plants for a small project that we'll be working on tomorrow and Saturday. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow and Saturday, then Sunday. It's back to Sunday, Monday, back to consultations, and then maintenance and all kinds of stuff coming up after that. So again, thank you so much for your subscriptions. We are really rounding out. I think we are up to 98,000 subscribers now, so close to that 100. Please continue to share the videos. Also, we have ordered 2 mics. So your pleas were heard. And I want to thank you all. My followers, you guys are saints of patience. You are so patient with us as we try to navigate this whole social media, the internet world. Don't clearly have a clue, but we're trying our best, and we want this experience to be as pleasing and as pleasant for you as possible. So I'm really trying to heed all of your advice and suggestions as rapidly and as expeditiously as I can. So thanks for that. Look forward to us having dual mics and more conversation, which I'm hoping will really enhance your experience. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your grand reveal in Poway and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.